Hi, my name's Jim Cupp from Handy International, the seafood people. We're here at the Maryland State Fair in Timonium, Maryland to break the record for the world's largest crab cake. Straight from Crisfield, Maryland, the crab capital of the world. Today, Handy International is trying to break the record for the world's largest crab cake. With this crab cake, we're using fresh domestic crab meat picked in Smith Island, right from crabs out of the Chesapeake Bay. The crab meat is then picked under blacklight to remove any possible shell fragments that may have been missed in the original picking process. We weigh each individual ingredient to make small batches of the crab cake mix. Once the crab cake mix has been completed, it's loaded into the boxes, placed on the refrigerated truck, and then sent on the way up to the Maryland State Fair. The last step is loading the crab cake cooker, and once that is done, we hit the road. The Handy crew had been on site at the Maryland State Fair awaiting the arrival of the crab cake cooker truck. Once the truck arrived, we began the unloading process to get this project underway. Unloading the cooker is a hands-on process. Great care has to be taken when unloading close to a 1-ton crab cake cooker. To have the crab cake ready for lunch, our day started pretty early. The first step of the process is to zero out the scale so that we can weigh the empty pan. The pan is coated with a non-stick cooking spray, and then it's time to load up the crab cake mix. After loading over 320 pounds of crab cake mix into the pan, it was time to seal the lid and begin the cooking process. With the pan weighing over 500 pounds, we needed a little help getting it loaded onto the crab cake cooker. Once the pan was loaded onto the cooker, it was time to fire up the burners and begin the cooking process. The pan had to be rotated every 10 minutes to ensure even cooking of the crab cake mix. Periodically, we used commercial grade thermometers to measure the internal temperature of the crab cake to see how the progress was going. Turning the pan every 10 minutes throughout the night does not allow for much rest, but I did manage to get in a few cat naps. Once the fairgrounds had opened up and the crowds began to gather, our work was still not done. Fortunately for me, the relief crew came in and allowed me to get a few minutes rest before we unveiled that crab cake. We just got verification from the Baltimore County Health Department that we've hit the critical minimum temperature for serving the crab cake, which is 145 degrees. Come on over with me and take a look, and let's see our new world record crab cake. The moment of truth had arrived. It was time to unload the crab cake pan and weigh that crab cake. Yesterday when we set up, we had to weigh the pan and the lid empty. It's an empty weight of 212 pounds. With the finished mixture, we started off at about 530 pounds today, and we finished up at 512 and a half pounds.
How big's that cake, Jim?
That crab cake's 300 and a half pounds! But our work was still not done. We had to load the pan back onto the cooker, flip it upside down, and then release the crab cake from the pan. If the crab cake had not held together, our hopes of a world record would have been shattered.
That's the real deal.
And now the fun begins as we sell crab cake sandwiches to benefit the Maryland 4-H Foundation.
Good. Really good. Really good.
How is it, guys?
Just delicious.
Wow, good things really do come to those who wait. We just unveiled a 300-pound crab cake that we're selling sandwiches for $8 to benefit the Maryland 4-H Foundation. I'd like to thank Handy International, Schmidt Baking Company, and to all the people that came out and bought crab cake sandwiches to support the Maryland 4-H Foundation. Thanks, and Guinness, look out, here we come. We want a world record.